Hello everyone, Malakith here, and welcome to Total War Warhammer, and this is the Wood Elf campaign. These guys came out recently, and for the Grand campaign I believe you can only play as Orion and not Duerthu, but they have their own secondary campaign where I believe you can play as the pair of them. So they have Elven Council, which lets you put certain sort of characters in positions that give them nice bonuses and buffs. The really unique feature of the faction is Amber, so there is a resource called Amber that is only really applicable to the Wood Elves that comes from every town on the map, which is something else that they're unique for, which is they can actually capture every place on the map. They use it for upgrading various units, various building unlocks, and as you capture it you get like a pool of it, and you spend it to unlock these various things and also to build some units. If you ever lose those towns and you go into the negative of Amber, which is possible, you get a nasty debuff. So we'll have to watch for that. World Roots is basically the Dwarven underway type movement, and they're very heavily missile based. They do not stand up in a front line like the Dwarves at all. Well, they are very much a kite and pick off army.
I thirst for the hunt.
So we'll be playing as Orion, who's currently the only Legendary Lord available for this mode, I believe. So we get the Wild Hunt event. Upkeep and recruitment costs for Wild Riders are reduced. He gets a bonus to leadership in forest battles, which is not amazingly useful to me because I hate fighting in forests, because the AI can obviously see everything and you can't see anything. And this is the bit that's important. So elite forest spirit units cost amber to recruit, whereas the elven units will cost gold. I believe in the other campaign, for the Wood Elf specific campaign, if you're playing Duerthu, that is reversed. So the spirits would be gold and the elves would be amber. Now we start with Wild Riders, Eternal Guard, and some Deepwood Scouts as extras. This is our location, you can see on the map. So there's three other sort of regions of Wood Elves. We got the Bretonnians off to the northwest. We've got dwarves and orcs and goblins in the mountains around us. I believe we start at war with Carcassonne, which is a issue because the town nearest us is the province capital and we don't really have any siege. So it may be a slow start, but we will have to see.
The Azure have always hidden themselves away from the world. But that is no longer a luxury they can afford. This is why the spell singers have sent for me. The world roots begin to rot, and enemies prowl the sacred groves. Athel Loren is in peril if the Wood Elves do not act. Summer is long gone. Now is the season of war. All trespassers will quickly learn the wrath of the Fae. Even the spirits of the wood have been roused to war. A young prince, chosen to take the mantle of the ages. The king in the wood, reborn. Now is the time to show who the true hunters of the wild are. Be ever vigilant, my eternal lord. I come to render my assistance to the forest, for this is a time of great peril for Athelloren. Potential enemies are at every turn. To the north, the Bretonnians lie in wait. We must tread carefully, for their expansionist desires are well known, yet they could be firm allies against other foes. Furthermore, greenskin incursions are increasing. They defile the sanctity of the forests with their filth. The only answer is war. Move against their mountain hovels and end their sorry sorties. To the west, the beastmen herds are massing. These cloven beasts will desecrate everything, including your sacred woodlands, unless stopped by force of arms. You must turn the tables, take the hunt to them. The taint of chaos must not despoil the king's glade. Though the men of the lowlands know the price of intrusion, they still trespass upon your hallowed groves. No more. Drive them from the forest's edge. The Oak of Ages is threatened, Lord Orion, and it is time to unite in their defense. The Azure of Athelloren shall be ascendant. To war.
So, with that nice intro, we can start covering what's different about the Wood Elves, because they are a very unique faction. So the mission we've got is to construct the next tier up of the Oak of Ages. So we'll ignore that bit, we've covered that. So if we have a look at this whole region is literally just the tree. You can see it's got 5 levels that increase the garrison. It also does some other things, so reduction to chaos, corruption, and vampiric, but we're quite a distance from the vampires. Although I guess Musalon's reasonably close. Upkeep reduction, public order increase. Once we get to this level, we can get the Confederation option. So, depending on whether we want to be aggressively in taking the other Elven kingdoms, or get to here and do it this way, yeah, we got some options. And then just higher up, you get hero rank bonuses. It just gets better. According to the developers, this looks very spectacular when it burns. So if you're playing the Beastmen, you can, or anyone really, you could run in here and burn the hell out of it. Hopefully we won't see that in this playthrough. The other unique bit is their towns. You can see have 10 slots. So we've got a lot of options available to us. Let's have a look through them. So this is the military buildings. So we've already got the Selathoi Gallery, which then goes up into sort of the war dancers and the rangers. So that's your melee tree. This is the range tree, so you've got archers. Now something interesting to note is these are both Glade Guard, but you'll see in the brackets after them they have different types of arrows. So Hagbane are poison, I believe Starfire are armor piercing, Swift Shiver, I can't remember to be perfectly honest. But we can possibly look into that when it becomes, you know, necessary. Then got your cavalry, so Glade Riders with specific ammo types, Wild Riders, and Sisters of the Thorn are the top cavalry. You then have the Forest Spirits. Now these probably cost amber to recruit, maybe not the Dryads, but some of the bigger stuff almost certainly will. So Treekin, Branch Wraith, and at the top the Treeman. Yeah, there we go, he costs amber. So does the Treekin. The Dryads look like they don't though. We then have Flyers, so we've got Hawk Riders and the Great Eagle, and right over here the Forest Dragon. What else do we get? So, Spell Singers, Armory, Fletcher, so this is all your sort of bonuses to you, and recruitment unlocks of various unit types. Got the Garrison buff. So that literally just increases the garrison. None of those say they provide the walls. I guess that's because this one is called Walls. And finally, yet another garrison. And the reduction in the chance that enemy heroes will have a success in your lands. All your infrastructure, all your monetary gains and trade resources. The 2 temples, which unlock technologies. Koronos the Hunter and Erithkiel, the Pale Queen. And then finally, these unlock the Elven Council positions, as well as giving buffs to various unit things or your nation as a whole. But we're going to go with archers because, well, wood elves. The hero is the Waystalker, who I believe is the single archer that can... He just hides in the set of woods, stays invisible, and can shoot half the map, from what I remember of the demo we had at Creative Assembly. And we'll just go down the first one because we'll worry about the others later. But as you can see, some of these require amber to unlock, and you will have to maintain that amber supply. So this one gives you a 10% ward save during forest battles and 5% leadership boost in forests.
Lord of the Forest.
But Orion's quite an interesting character if you want to look into the background lore of the Wood Elves. He basically dies every year and gets reborn, as far as I can tell, by sacrificing one of the princes, like you saw in the intro video. He has a queen, but I think at this point in the lore, she's within the Oak of Ages, sort of atoning for her sins of falling to chaos taint a little bit in delving into dark magics. So which is a shame because you won't get to see her then.
Protector of the Oak.
Right, let's send the Deepwood here off to the west to have a look at Carcassonne because that's our enemy. They've got quite a few knights. Where's their...
All hail Colonel.
I think their extra town is over here, which is quite a distance to go and do anything about, really.
I thirst for the hunt.
I guess what we can do is step just inside and raid. We should have raid stance.
My will is
Yep.
yours.
It doesn't do too much, but it brings in a bit of cash. Now, if we have a look at our diplomacy, we are allied with Clan Agrund, which is our eastern flanks. That's good. We've got some orcs up in the mountains maybe we want to deal with. 3 beastmen tribes and Carcassonne. Now, the beastmen should be roaming around. I think we'll give it a few turns for them to potentially pop out and melt my face. Let's see, improving. Good. Let's see what it throws at us from the start, shall we? Okay, so we need an amber, we've got 3 available, and we need some population. So 4 turns we can upgrade that.
Yes. Going forth.
There's Brion, which I'd very much like to go over and trash. But having to bypass here would then leave my town open, and we've already established it doesn't have walls. Also has a public order issue at the moment. What does this need? Just 5 amber. An easy way we can get amber. Broken Nose Tribe. Problem is, if we do that, we're basically culling our allies' ability to expand. I'd rather strengthen them. I mean, maybe we could head up here and deal with Skarsnik a bit. Ah, here comes the beastmen. That's what I was waiting for. One of them to appear because they could steamroll straight into my lands. And I'd rather deal with them. What we got? Minotaurs. No Cygor, so that's good. Oh, Duerthu is sneaking down here with his dryads and his treekin.
King in the woods.
You know what? Let's hop back into my lands. and
For Isha.
get some recruitment. So, if we're going up against Carcassonne, we're going to want spears for their cavalry charges because they've got a lot. We'll tack the following round on with 3 units of Hagbane Glade Guard. Well, that looks like it's coming my way. Okay, Azrai Azur Truci. Carried by elegantly hewn ships, our cousins have travelled from the distant lands of Orthwan to visit us. After so many long years, they have finally deigned to visit their forest brethren. Is this a gracious visit or what, an omen of arrogance? Do you consider this a slight or a blessing? Will you grant them an audience with the Elven Council? Oh, public order in all provinces reduced. But an income from trade. We'll let them in. Who have we got trade agreements with? Nobody. Can we get one?
Long have I fought and suffered for my people.
Guess we're maybe not... we're not producing any and neither are they. That makes sense. Whoa. Interesting. Nice crash to desktop there. So we will be back momentarily. Alrighty then, back we are. Don't know what caused that crash to desktop at all.
God King of the Deep Wood.
I'm running a few mods to offset the bits I completely dislike about the campaign map. Mostly the march stance. So those could be out of date because the patch only just dropped for the Wood Elves, which may be causing issues, but I guess we'll give it another try and see. Here they come, the beastmen.
Master of the Wild Hunt.
Alright, 2 more turns till we get the population surplus.
Yes.
Okay, let's put him in the town to sort out that unhappiness.
Setting forth. I thirst for the hunt.
And then recruit the units again.
Have my spear.
Protector of the forest.
Bring my agent into range where he could join up with the army, but still keep an eye on these beastmen. Yeah, here they come. Alright, technology researched. Shapeshifters, the elves of the Skymark reaches. Gavarok come to you with a proposal. These subjects of Lord Ezrael have ever been brash, always the first into battle and the last to apologise. Yet their latest endeavours are somewhat more nefarious. They wish to subvert the Bretonnian dukedom of Quenelles by planting shape-shifting forest spirits amongst the court as damsels. Such a sneaky scheme is sure to wreak havoc amongst the Bretonnians, which may be to our advantage. Do you wish to aid them? So we get some money and it upsets Paravon. Yeah, alright. This scheme, although shameless, can only help to undermine the haughty Bretonnians who encroach on the forest. Aid them we shall.
King in the woods.
Their army like? Yeah, we should be able to deal with that.
I live to serve area.
And we want to block their army. Oh, chances of that succeeding are low.
Slowing the enemy.
But we managed it. Good job, Waystalker. Now, what do we have in here? So, reload time reduction plus 15% during forest battles. Rank 4. So, he gets the ability Arrow of Kuranos. Range 350 meters. Nasty. Reload reduction, missile damage, ammunition, speed, and the last one, minus 22% missile resistance. On an enemy 150 meters away. For 31 seconds. Okay. These better be good, otherwise I'm going down that tree. Okay, passive ability gets a bonus to his missile damage. And all allies in 30 meters. And this one changes it up to 45 meters. So, okay, yeah, they're good as well. What have we got down the end of this tree? Just the usual by the look of it. So this guy needs to stick with my archers, basically.
Orion!
Okay, research-wise, what have we got? Recruitment of dryads and... yeah, sort of... ooh, bonus against beastmen. Ambush chance, siege holdout. That's quite a reduction. Weapon strength for elves. Diplomatic relations with undead. Ammo and armor. Global recruitment. Whereas this way, income for all buildings. Diplomatic relations with the Empire. That's slightly better than the undead. And massive growth in all provinces. Bretonian. Diplomatic relations. Public order in all provinces. I think I'm sold on the top route already, really. Diplomatics with Tilia, Astalia, border princes and Noscan tribes. Income from ports, 400%. That's not even worth... that's not a decision. That's obvious. Ooh, Beast Path interception. Resurrect Runai. Minotaurs are a pain. I guess we can try. Some nice little raised areas for me to stick archers on, I'm noticing. Some very nice little raised areas for me to stick archers on. Okay, let's have a look. Great looking models. Maybe the spearman. Where's the general? Yeah. And his abilities are... causes magical damage, large strike area, strong versus a unit, weak versus a single combatant. Or Hounds of Orion, strong versus... okay, so cast either of these on multiple units. One's a bombardment. And one's a vortex. Good to know. Alright, let's put the spears.
Ready for the hunt!
And Orion.
Way Watchers! Armed and ready! Ever ready!
So these two
Missiles ready!
have forward deployment. Should they wish it.
Defenders of Athelloren!
Ooh, if I leave them up there and have these three come up the left through the woods, I'll get some flanking fire, hopefully.
Protectors of the forest!
We then have the...
Riders grouped! Ready to ride!
Oh, they can deploy forwards as well. Nice.
Ever ready!
I'm liking some of these units.
Eternal guard!
Okay. Go. We want you there.
Swiftly now! Our aim is true! I am reborn! Eternal guard!
Whoops.
We have...
Let's put you on the left flank.
Swiftly now! Our bows are yours! Cavalry! Setting forth! Archers ready!
I realise these guys might get charged and flanked, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. In fact, you know, let's send the Eternal Guard with shields over to protect them.
We understand! Orion!
Although it looks like they're not coming to me, so I'm gonna go have to dig them out, which is a problem.
Eternal guard! Disbanding! Yes? Deepwood host! Yes? Way Watchers!
Oh, we got some vision.
Eternal guard! Fire the arrow of Kronos! Glade guard!
Alright, let's just start walking everybody into position, shall we?
It will be done! We go! Unbreakable!
Oh, they're not Winds of Magic spells, they're just abilities.
Let's hunt!
200 meters. How far is 200 meters in reality? Oh, not that far. We can push up that far quite easily.
We stand!
Have the flyers go do some scouting.
Deepwood infantry! I feel the call of the forest!
Alright, just there, please.
Glade guard! Immediately! For Lady Ariel!
Bring the cavalry up on the right, where it can hook through the woods.
With speed!
Alright, Minotaurs are what I'm most concerned about, really. Let's got to get closer. Give this a try. So this is the Hawk's Talon. Oh, in come the arrows.
For Our Lady! Orion! I will crush them! Wild riders! We quickly!
Yeah, they're going to hit the guys with shields. No, no, they changed their mind.
Way Watchers! Let fly!
Get the Hawk Riders round the back. There we go. Oh, those Minotaurs are getting chewed up. Cavalry charge. Oh, beastmen flying. Beastmen flying. Didn't realise you could do that, guys. And the Wild Riders after those archers. Bring these guys in from the flank. Alright. Everybody shoot that general. Not sure I like the arrow trails. They're a bit laser beamy. Ah, the Deepwood Scouts are one of the archer units that can shoot 360 degrees. Good to know. As are the Way Watchers. Send the Eagles in to try and pull him down. Just need to slow him down enough for the cavalry to catch up. How did Orion do in that? He's a bit bloodied, but he did okay. Here they come. This is why I don't like forests. You can't see what's going on. I want to make sure this lord dies if I can, because he's nasty. How did we do? We lost Cement and the Eternal Guard. They held up a lot better against the Minotaurs than I thought, but I guess they're good against large. Yeah, charge defense against large foes and anti-large. That's why. They stood up a lot better than I expected for those Minotaurs. Just accelerate this process. He's going to die eventually, unless he manages to sneak out and escape, but it doesn't look likely. Although, maybe he will. Oh, there we go. Only 55 losses. And 15 of that was their general. Here we can release the captives. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll take the money.